Hey guys, Christina Lane here from Dessert for Two. Today we're making another chicken dinner for two. We're making a honey garlic chicken bowl with roasted broccoli over white rice. You're gonna love this recipe because it tastes like your favorite takeout, but you're gonna make it at home so quickly. I also love this recipe because the chicken and the broccoli roast in the oven at the same temperature. Let's get started by making our sauce first. I bet you already have all the ingredients to make this sauce. It's just honey, garlic, soy sauce, and a little bit of ketchup. I'm using 3 huge cloves of garlic. If your garlic cloves are more normal sized, go ahead and use 4. Let's chop these up. I really prefer fresh garlic here. I just think it has a pungent flavor you can't get in dried garlic. I'm gonna chop it nice and fine. Run your knife through it several times. Okay, this is about the size you're looking for. Move this all to a bowl. That is a lot of garlic. Okay, next we need a 1/4 cup of honey, which is the same as 4 tablespoons. Honey can be hard to measure, so I do 4 1-second squeezes. That's about 1 tablespoon each. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Next, we need 2 tablespoons of soy sauce and 2 tablespoons of ketchup. I'm not adding any salt to this sauce because there's so much salt here in the soy sauce. Feel free to use a low sodium soy sauce if that's more your thing. And then 2 tablespoons of ketchup. The ketchup will bring a nice thickness to the sauce, and when it bakes in the oven, it will help it coat the chicken. Okay, that's it for our sauce. Just whisk this together and then set it aside because you want the garlic to start soaking in the honey and all the juices and flavor the whole sauce. Now we should prep our broccoli because I mentioned it's gonna bake on the same pan as our chicken. So this is 1 small crown of broccoli. This is the perfect amount for 2. I'm gonna slice it in half and then just kind of break it into floret pieces. You can absolutely use frozen broccoli if that's what you have on hand. Fresh broccoli roasts better in the oven, but if you have frozen, go ahead and use it. Make life easy on yourself. Or better yet, buy the broccoli that's already chopped into florets. If you do that, you need about 2 cups. Okay, that's our broccoli all ready for the oven. Now, the last prep step is getting our chicken ready. I'm using 4 chicken thighs today. These are boneless, skinless. That's just what I prefer. If you like chicken breasts, use those. So I cut these up with scissors. You wanna cut each chicken thigh into about 5 or 6 pieces. Big chunks. These are gonna bake in the oven after they're quick fried on the stove. Okay, I'm gonna give my hands a quick rinse. Okay, now that the chicken is cut up into about 2-inch chunks, you wanna place it into a plastic bag. Now that our chicken is in the bag, we're gonna add a big pinch of salt. And this is about a 1/4 teaspoon of freshly ground black pepper. And then we add something to make the chicken super crispy, a 1/2 cup of cornstarch. Seal your bag and shake to combine. You want to coat every piece of chicken with the cornstarch. Okay, our chicken is all coated in the cornstarch. Now we're going to dip it in egg and fry it briefly in a skillet before we put it into the oven with our honey garlic sauce. And then you want to preheat your oil. This is a small nonstick skillet. You want enough oil to come up about 1/4 inch in the pan. We're just going to shallow fry each chicken piece and then place it on our baking sheet to finish baking it in the oven. Turn your heat to medium-high, and in the meantime, we want to toss our cornstarch coated chicken in an egg. So I'm going to crack an egg into the bottom of this bowl, whisk it together. Okay, use your tongs to dunk each piece of chicken into the egg. Probably have to do this in 2 batches. And then into the hot oil. I know my oil is hot enough because I can really only hold my hand above it for about 3 seconds before it gets too hot. So gently drop in each piece of chicken. It should sizzle when you drop it in. We're just shallow frying. We're not trying to cook the chicken all the way through. Just trying to get a nice crust. These have been cooking for about 3 minutes on the first side. When you grab them with your tongs, you'll be able to feel that the coating is crunchy. So you want to flip them over. They're not going to have a lot of dark color to them yet. They'll take less time on the second side, just about 2 minutes. When they're done, move them to your baking sheet. Okay, do your last batch of chicken. Your oil should be nice and hot now. Okay, our chicken is partially cooked. We're going to toss it with our sauce and put it in the oven to finish baking. While we were doing all of the prep work, the garlic was soaking in the honey, the ketchup and the soy sauce. And the sauce is delicious. I'm gonna pour it over our chicken that we just partially cooked in our skillet, right on the sheet pan. I did spray the sheet pan with a little bit of nonstick spray. Make sure you get every piece of garlic out onto the pan. Okay, just a little toss just to coat all the chicken pieces in the sauce. I'm trying to keep this chicken to one side of the sheet pan because I'm going to use the other half to roast my broccoli at the same time. It's okay if a little bit of the honey garlic sauce gets on the broccoli. It's totally fine. It's all delicious. So when you're done tossing the chicken pieces in the honey garlic sauce, you want to space them out so they bake evenly. Okay, then let's add our broccoli, our 2 cups of broccoli florets to the pan. These, I'm just gonna treat them really simply. I'm gonna drizzle them with a little bit of light olive oil, salt and pepper, and that's it. These will roast alongside the chicken at 375 for about 15 minutes. I'm gonna keep an eye on it. The chicken is partially cooked, so it really needs to finish cooking in the oven. And the broccoli in 15 minutes will start to get caramelized on the edges and super sweet and tender. I love broccoli cooked this way. If you don't think you like broccoli, try roasting it. It's a revelation. Okay, we're ready to slide this in our oven. And this cooks for 15 minutes, which gives you just enough time to put the rice on the stove. Our chicken and broccoli has finished roasting in the oven. I gave it a quick toss toss to coat the chicken in all of the honey garlic sauce. You can see how the sauce reduced and became sticky on the chicken. Now it's time to put it in our bowls. So while the chicken and broccoli were roasting in the oven, I made a quick pot of rice, just 1 cup rice, 2 cups water, 20 minutes, super simple. If you have a rice cooker, you can do that too. And I'm gonna line the bottom of our bowls with some white rice. And then I'm gonna scoop chicken on top. These are pretty generous serving sizes for 2. Maybe there's enough for lunch tomorrow. And then I also add the broccoli on the side. Okay. Can't wait to taste this. I can smell the garlic. As soon as this hit the oven, the aroma of garlic just filled the air, which makes me very happy. Taste a little chicken and rice and some of the broccoli. You guys have to make this. This is better than the takeout that I order. This crispy honey garlic chicken bowl with roasted broccoli and white rice is gonna be your new favorite chicken dinner for 2. For the full recipe, visit dessertfor2.com.